Most businesses can benefit from a knowledge base. So instead of your customers typing in, messaging in, and asking your support team for answers and then waiting for a reply, they can, on their own, self-service and go to your knowledge base, find the answers, and solve their own problems instantly. This makes it easy for your team to handle all customer support, not having to answer all the boring, repetitive questions that keep coming in. Instead, they can focus on all those cases and customers that require personal attention, allowing you to provide better support all around. So that's the thing that we're going to talk about today, your knowledge base. So stay tuned. Intro. Welcome back. Hi, this is Khalif from YesHello. I'm the founder and CEO at YesHello. We support small businesses like you to streamline your customer service if you're using WhatsApp, email, any online tools so that you can create better engagement, help support more customers, and create more revenues. All right, so in this video, we are going to discuss about self-service and the tools you need so that your customers don't have to rely on your support team to solve their own issues. Yes, so modern day customers, they want self-service. They are used to getting things instantly, fast, right now, right? So if they have to wait for your team to reply, sometimes it can be a little bit slower than you want. So modern day customers, they want self-service. They want the ability to be able to go and solve their own problems, because who knows, it could be in the middle of the night, it could be in the weekends. So you want a way where they can go and find the answers in a portal or a knowledge base. So because team members cannot focus on the most important tasks, the replies that they give to your clients are more valuable, more consistent, and it solves those critical client issues faster and more effective, right? And as a bonus, new team members that come in take a shorter time to get trained and be productive. So let me tell you a quick story about this company. This company was in Sweden, right? And they had this idea which revolutionized the furniture industry. Instead of where in the 70s and 80s, if you wanted to go and buy furniture, you have to go to a furniture shop, everything all is already made, and then you purchase it, they will put it inside a truck, and then maybe in the afternoon or the next day, they will send it to your house, right? But then this company called Ikea, I'm sure you guys know, they realized that, hey, maybe they can lower cost and then offer a self-service where the clients can take home their own furniture, and this option of building and putting together that furniture. So apparently people love that, the convenience, the speed, and they changed the industry forever, right? So in your industry, no matter whether you're in software or you're in sales or e-commerce or service, that type of mindset, that type of theme is everywhere now, right? So they like a certain amount of self-service so that they can do things on their own and they can feel this, oh, I did it, right, on their own. So thinking about IKEA, you want to be an IKEA, you want to offer a similar option like IKEA where people can do self-service. All right, so at the end of this video, I'm going to offer you guys a link where you can download our worksheet and our guide on how to create your first knowledge base so that you can get started in this theme, in this new revolution where most of the support is done on their own. Okay, and you can see how your quality of support will increase, the number of support questions will decrease, you have more happy clients and happy staff. All right, so I'm going to share with you the 6 steps on how to create it. It's all in the worksheet as well. So let's get started with step number 1. So step number 1 in wanting to create your own knowledge base is to choose the knowledge base software. So what are the criteria in choosing your knowledge base software? So let me list down the criteria. Here it is. So number 1, you want it to be able to be a great search tool. So your knowledge base needs to be able to have this search function where when you put all the articles or the tutorials that anyone can just simply search for it. That's very, very important. Number 1. Number 2, it's got to be search engine friendly. What does this mean? It means since you're already creating all this content that is related to answering your clients' issues, challenges, meaning people are already searching for it online. So if the knowledge base you're creating for your clients is search engine friendly, therefore Google can already go into your knowledge base and put it on their results. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You have search engine, so strangers can find you, and also your clients can easily find the answers they need. Number 3 is a way to categorize and segment your articles or your tutorials or your videos. So this has to do with categories. So the platform needs to be able to have a proper, how do I say, it's easy to categorize each article. So you can put like maybe specific products is categorized together, and then all specific levels of support is put together, how to get started is together. So you'll be able to tag it and categorize it and prioritize it and stuff like that, right? So you want to search for a way to be able to categorize easily, because your clients are going to not necessarily find the answers they need in the search. So they'll have to manually search based on the categories. Number 4 is detailed reports. So there's this feature where you will be able to see what your customers are searching in the search bar. And this gives you information because you can now have clear metrics, clear data on how many times people search it, did they find it, did they have to search 2 or 3 different words and keywords to be able to find it, right? And that information will give you and your team clear steps forward so that you'll know what articles need to be improved or to create new ones. And number 5 is simple and intuitive publishing tools. So the people who are going to update this are not going to be developers. So the software that you choose needs to be simple enough that anyone in your team who's doing support can update and create new knowledge-based articles and instantly publish it so that it is live. Okay, so there are many. So the one that we use is Gitbook. So I'm going to give you a link so that you can go and check it out. So if you go and see our own knowledge base, it is built on Gitbook, but it is free. You can start off very easily and you have team collaboration inside there. I highly recommend it. Okay, so that was step number 1. Choose the right tools for your knowledge base software, right? Step number 2 in creating your knowledge base is to determine which topics you should cover. So this in the beginning could be a little bit of a challenge because you're thinking, oh man, I have to create every single article. They're asking about this, they're asking about that. So my recommendation is for you to first answer the big 5. Number 1 is cost and price. Simple. People always ask about cost and price. Make sure you have one article or one video talking about your own costing, your own pricing, and whatever questions they have regarding it, putting in one nice ultimate article. That's number 1. Number 2, problems. So what are problems? So with every product you sell, right, it's designed to solve a core problem. So your clients have this core problem. So you want to speak about what is that problem and how do you solve that problem. So what's that specific thing that you do that's different from other people to solve this problem? Because if you can break down and explain the problem clearer than they can, they will assume that you have the answers to those problems. So make sure you describe the problem clearly, and how it affects specifically your target market, and then detail how you solve it for your clients and what are the results that you have created. Article number 3, comparisons. So when customers decide that yes, you can solve it, the next question in their minds is, all right, so in comparison to their competitors, how are they? Right? So instead of them doing their research and coming up with whatever, you can support them and lead them down the correct thought process in how to compare you and your competitors. So this way, you can highlight where you are great, and then you can explain those parts where you are not leading, right? In a logical way. And this control of the narrative, control of the story in how you do comparisons is super powerful, right? So that is article number 3. Article number 4 is best of lists. So you know, you've seen around when you do Google and you're trying to find a solution, then there'll be articles of best of best in class, or the best in the world, or the 10 best whatever, right? Best practices. So that's what you want. You want to create maybe more than one, or one article with all this included, which is best competitors. So what are the options out there? This is similar to the first one, how you compare, right? But this is just maybe a list, and then you are in one of those lists. Next is what's best in class, and you want to also try to include best practices, so that if people want to see how you do it, right? So you can tell them, oh, this is how you can create results fast in this problem or in this space. Article number 5 are reviews. So you want to create an article where your customers can go and relate to your current clients, current customers that have already solved the problems because you've helped them, right? So case studies, testimonials, reviews, whatever. So you can go in and even maybe do an interview. So something around the area where your clients can relate and see, hey, they've already solved this problem for someone else. That means they can solve it for me, right? So that is the 5, what we call the big 5 support articles. Do this big 5, answer the 80%, and then those outliers is what you want to prioritize to create a knowledge base later, right? In the smaller articles. So that concludes step number 2, which is deciding on which topics you should cover, right? So step number 3, I'm going to go fast now. So those are the 2 biggest ones. Step number 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be quick. So hold on, right? So yes, hold on to your seats. Number 3 is to organize your topics into collections and categories. So now you kind of have the kind of 5 categories, but in your industries, you might also have like specific categories like delivery or guarantees or whatever, right? So you have the collections. So let's say each product, and then maybe each product has its own categories like delivery and guarantees and how to use and whatever, right? So you're going to create your structure and organize it. You already kind of know what topics to answer. And once you have this, it's easier to tag and make it easy for people to search inside your knowledge base. Number 4, simple. Start writing your articles. So a tip in this would be to do it in small chunks, right? I would actually suggest, so that it's easier for you to create and it creates faster value for your clients, is to do it in an iterative way. That means publish what you have now, and then if you need to improve on it, you improve on it, okay? Because the things that you publish right now already is valuable to those who need it, right? Rather than waiting for everything to get ready and then publishing it. That's one. And then in the writing of it, you could do a video like this, right? Maybe just do a few bullet points and then just answer it because you already know how to do it. Or you have a pro inside your team who already answers this again and again, and they can answer it in video. Or you can even use your WhatsApp messages that you've already sent to answer, your emails that's already created, your templates, your shortcuts. So how we do it inside YesHello is we have snippets. So we have a way of, in the day-to-day doing support, creating snippets. So our clients, what we do is we get them to once a week to take a look at what are the new snippets, and from those new snippets to just combine them and put it into a knowledge base. So we have a training for that on how to transform from your snippets into your knowledge base. I'm gonna share with you a link somewhere in the description. In that video, it will explain to you what are shortcuts, what are snippets, and how using our software you could do all this super easy. And number 5 is to publish your knowledge base. You can publish it right away. My suggestion is for you to not wait until everything is perfect, but to do it in a iterative way. One article is done, publish it. When you publish it, you want to make sure all your links are linked properly, is categorized properly. You want to think about how your clients can have an easier experience, better experience looking for the answers. And don't forget, you want to share your knowledge base link. So put it on your website, put it maybe in a pop-up, say, hey, if you want answers, you can click here. Broadcast it in your email. Put it everywhere so that people know that if you're not available or if they prefer self-service, they can go to this specific place. And finally, number 6 is to maintain and improve your knowledge base. Knowledge base is not a publish once and then forget it. One of the key things about knowledge base, what a lot of people don't like to do, is the upkeep, because our processes change, our products change, and what's worse than not having a knowledge base is having an outdated knowledge base, because it creates friction and it creates problems, more problems for your clients, right? So you want to have your knowledge base be updated. My suggestion is to assign someone who is responsible for updating your knowledge base. You can have your customer support, customer success manager, right? Because they know exactly what your clients need, because they are the one who is always sending these articles. Or it could be your content manager, right? Either way, you just get one person who is in charge of this. So following the schedule that I shared with you earlier in our how to create shortcuts training, right? You can assign them, okay, a specific time or specific week in the month for just focusing on updating knowledge base. So following that schedule will make it simple for the person in charge to know when to update or create new content for your knowledge base, right? But just to remind you guys, maintaining and improving your knowledge base is key. It is a little bit more effort, but it is worthwhile, because for your clients, it becomes one of the best things to increase this engagement and this feeling of, wow, this company is really helping me and really focusing on helping me solve my problem, right? So the focus is on them, and that effort usually brings a lot of benefits. All right, so maintain it, improve it, keep it great. So to summarize today's session, modern day customers, they want self-service. They want to be able to find the information that they need right now without having to speak to a human if they don't want to, right? That is the modern theme. That's what's happening today. And a great example of this is Ikea. Ikea have revolutionized the self-service in furniture, and together with what's happening in this revolution of self-service, this the culture of getting things right now, right? So people are used to certain speed or this instant gratification, right? So for you to start with your own knowledge base, I suggest to follow the 6 steps. The 6 steps to creating your knowledge base. Number 1, choose your knowledge base software. Step 2, determine which topics you should cover. Step 3, organize the topics into collections and categories. Step 4, start writing your articles. Step 5, publish your knowledge base. And step number 6, maintain and improve your knowledge base. So as I promised, I wanted to share with you this worksheet and guide. So download our worksheet and guide on how to create your own knowledge base. There's also a link to how to day-to-day create your snippets and train your team to create snippets and shortcuts. So creating a knowledge base later on will be so much faster. Okay, so so I urge you to start creating your knowledge base. Be awesome in your support. My name is Karif, and that's it for today. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.